My sensei throughout my entire career has been Renzo Gracie. So Renzo would teach leg locks, but it was taught in always the same fashion that everyone else did. Here's a move, here's a figure four toe hold, here's a heel hook, here's an Achilles lock. So the moves themselves were known. It wasn't like I invented heel hooks or something like that. That's not the idea. But they weren't emphasized. A very, very talented and influential figure in my life was a guy that I only knew for 3 days. Now that sounds crazy, right? How can you learn something from someone in 3 days? Well, actually, the influence he had occurred in 3 minutes. I'm a big believer in the idea that someone can come into your life for a very short period of time and have a massive influence. I truly believe that. In my case, it was a great American grappler called Dean Lister. Dean Lister was invited by Matt Serra to come to the Renzo Gracie Academy in preparation for a grappling tournament, if I remember correctly. Now, Dean was known mostly in those days for his Achilles lock. Later on, he would become a heel hook specialist, but in those days, it was mostly an Achilles lock. He was doing something which was unusual. And so I talked with him just briefly after class, and I said, that's interesting what you're doing with these Achilles locks, because I don't really do that at all. It's not something I do. And he said one sentence which completely changed my outlook. He said, why would you ignore 50% of the human body? One sentence. Why would you ignore 50% of the human body? And I looked and I was like, I don't know. Why would you? We went on to become two-time ADCC champion, mostly with leg locks. But what Dean gave me was not technique, but he gave me a point of view. And if you give a man a point of view, you can change him.